Hello everyone, just an update on the screen space displacement mapping. Just launch a project. This is 1920 by 1080. There's 10,000 instances of the sphere, and I've just done a lot more to the shaders and tidied things up and crushed a whole bunch of artifacts and stuff. As you see, I've just got a few pillars here. This is all just basic displacement maps, all done in screen space. If we come up closer, you can see that it's not too bad. On the edges of the pillar, you can see that there is some general artifacting from the camera not being able to reach around the actual side of the pillar. However, I've implemented pixel clamping around the edges of all of the meshes, so that that prevents bleeding into the scene behind it, like say dragging these bricks out towards the rocks. Overall, the results are really nice, really amazing actually. I'll just show you the artifacts that I've got to fix yet, and there's one that I won't be able to fix, but it's okay. If you have a look in about the middle of the screen in the pillar, you can see some white flickering on the edges. I don't know where that's coming from yet, but I'll get to the bottom of it. That's just the shader with some reflections and refractions on it. This is a displaced. My normal map is really not that great, so but the general idea is you can see where it's displaced. Did the best I could at the time. I've turned off self-shadowing for the instances. I just could not understand where the bias was coming from. It seemed to be okay on the lowest quality, but not on high quality. There was some biasing artifacts, so just turning off self-shadowing seemed to really help there. But yeah, it looks really great. So the only artifacts I can see right now with this technique is, if we have a look right here, if we get right alongside the wall, you can see right next to the pillar on the left how you can see the new pixels growing. So as you're moving out, a trick around that would be to say reducing the depth of the rocks. Like, I mean, that's pretty extreme. And in general, it would be best to use the low poly meshes as best you can to try not to displace too high, because this is an artifact as well. It's from the displacing pixels that are right next to each other, and so basically it only happens if the background, if we got rid of this ground, that wouldn't happen, or if the mesh is above the displacement, it doesn't stretch either, depending on the angle, of course, and also with regards to the clamping, but it won't bleed. Foreground meshes will not bleed. You'll just get that stretching. So it is, that is the only main artifact that can happen, as well as this out of line of sight, where pixels can't be read, so that it cannot actually displace anything. However, if you come along, but basically planning your geometry should solve that for the most part. There are just too many benefits to ignore it. The quality overall is fantastic, and with a bit of out-of-box thinking, you'll be able to build pretty detailed worlds at pretty amazing frame rates. I've only got left to do virtual reality tomorrow and point lights and hunt down this speckling thing, so after that it should be out in the wild. Okay, so anyway, I hope you thought that was interesting, and thanks for your interest and support. Appreciate it. Goodbye.